Hello. So I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to do a little bit of fight commentary just so I can explain things a little better instead of just doing straight up raw fight footage. Especially because on S15, there isn't really anyone that I can challenge and make it interesting. Not anymore, at least. ZHNG is way below me now in power, but he's about the only person that really gave me a run for my money. And even now, his formation still occasionally can beat mine. Um, so basically, his story is that he and I were very, very close in competition, at least for the top PvPer on the server. I kept winning until maybe a month, two months ago. And he finally just went all in, beat me out at the last minute to get first in one of the seasons just to break my streak. And then he immediately quit. I think he went too all in. But anyways, so he did that, he quit. But his formation, even though it kind of apes mine, pun, it kind of apes mine in some ways, his formation has done exceedingly well against mine, and he's has a very good example of how to counter build. So let me discuss it just on this screen a little bit, and then I will show you the fight and talk about it a little bit. So basically, if you look at my formation, I'm running a few very specific things. I'm running Kratos as a tank. The reason why I do this is because Kratos has a very, very, very high defense stat, and he can still do a lot of damage without any DPS stats. And that's because most of his kit revolves around attacking heroes with 40% or less HP and stacking up extra damage or effects. I do not have his sub weapon because I'm an idiot and got his main because I thought it'd be in the guild store. It's still not. So I am the clown. But if you look at this, I'm running him in position one. I'm running him 6-set limbo. The stats don't matter. Don't worry about the stats. I'm running him 6-set limbo because he gets that stacking damage immunity buff. He's already got a lot of defense. Damage immunity just makes him into an absolute steel wall. So basically, for 6-set limbo, the damage immunity only stacks up the more that you're attacked. So 6-set limbo I like on position one because they get a lot of those normal attacks. That's how I run most position ones and how I suggest running them. So he's doing that. Let's see. Yeah, Raphael, he's running, I believe, Ocean Core. Or, yeah, so he's running either Ocean Core or Ice Lotus. I think I'm running Ice Lotus here. I can double check that in a second. Veter, I usually run Ocean Core just so that when he duels a pole, he doesn't allow the pole to pursuit off of him. That's bad. So in his case, I like to make sure that he's not going to get super ganked by pole, and so that he's not going to let pole pursuit off of him and kill other heroes. Dreyfus, I'm running him six Abyss so that he can heal, and also because his DPS is more reliant on his rage attack on his shooting 4 times. So for him, I'd rather him run the Abyss, heal, and also get his shots off. It's also really good for his DPS. So you can run Dreyfus with Coral, and he'll still be okay. It's about the same damage, but then you don't get the healing. Samuel, I'm running Mag because I don't have anything better. So 6 Mag for Samuel, whatever. Wasili, so his damage is low. He's running 4-set Coral just so he can get that crit bonus, and then he's running 2-set Mag for the damage immunity. The reason why I do that is because Veter is always going to duel Wasili. I'm more interested in having Wasili tie up the duels and survive than anything else. If they don't have a Veter, it doesn't matter what I run on Wasili because Wasili will murder them. It honestly does not matter. He's a monster. Veter stops him. I make sure that I can't die while provoked to Veter. If we can take out Veter, if Veter dies, then Wasili's just going to go crazy on them anyways. It does not matter. I'm more interested in having him survive. So that's what I'm running. Definitely running the 4-set Ice Lotus, now that I look at the buffs, because I see the accuracy and the crit buff. So 4-set Ice Lotus on Raphael in position 2 is great, but that's going to buff these guys, and it's not necessarily going to buff him because he doesn't need it. So great. Over here, let's see what he's running. So he's running Veter. The Veter play is to counter my Wasili. This is a direct counter. On top of that, he's running Veter. If you see the little DI here, he's running him DI tenacity skill. Again, he's doing that so Wasili can't crit. If Wasili can't crit, then in the spaces between duels, or if Veter gets knocked out, Wasili's not going to be sitting there with 3 energy orbs just waiting to go absolute King Kong on everyone else. So that's a good idea. However, he loses his exhaust. So that makes taking out Kratos with his dodges a little harder, but not as bad. If I had the 6-set limbo on Raphael, like I used to do, that could be a problem. So this is all right. Let's see. It looks like he's running at least, nope, he's running 6-set limbo on Raphael. He's doing the old cheeky breaky 6-set limbo Raphael, you can't kill me build. That's why I usually run exhaust on Veter. So when you get down to the wire, you can exhaust Raphael and take him out so you don't lose due to 30-round timeout. Let's see. Harp? Maybe. Yeah. Harp, I'm actually not sure what he's running because Harp does not have any buffs. Harp has his exclusive that gives him healing. So I don't know if he's running Abyss, and this is Abyss healing because his weapon doesn't heal that much. That might be what it is. So Harpus might be running 6-set Abyss. I'm not sure what he's running. Let's see, what are you running? It's crit buffs, dodge buffs. I guess he's running 4-set Limbo. Huh. Weird. Okay, so he's probably running 4-set Limbo, 2-set Ice Lotus? I have no idea what he's running there, but he's definitely running 4-set Limbo. Kratos is definitely running. Yeah. So Kratos is running, I think, his sub weapon, and he's also running 4-set Ice Lotus. That's a good idea with Kratos. Kratos, if you're not doing something stupid like making him a tank like I do because I'm an idiot, having on-hit effects on Kratos is always a good idea. So Ice Lotus, Magnetic, Twilight, if no one's running a Sam, which doesn't really happen, but it's good for PV. Abyss, running on-hit effects is fantastic with Kratos because he has the ability to hit 6 people. So running the Ice Lotus on him is a great idea because he's giving all these guys more accuracy, which means that they can take out Kratos or teams that do more dodge. So it's all about balancing what you're trying to do, making sure you have enough tenacity downs or crit to crit, making sure you have enough accuracy, and trying to balance all those so that you have the minimum you need to do what you do, and then spike all your defense and your attack up so that you can overcome the opponent. And trying to find that balance is hard. But if you have too much accuracy, you have too much tenacity, you have too much dodge, you have too much whatever, that's going to screw you because then you're not going to have enough attack to take people out by the bell, especially if they're running like Charlottes or whatever. Finding that balance is number one, and also reading this screen so that you know what's going on. Pull is just being pull. I have no idea what he's running here. Crit. He's probably just running coral on pull. That's not the best idea. It's okay against my team because I don't have big single shot heavy hitters. I'm all AoE and Wasili's lockdown. So this is all right. But this team, if you look at the damage numbers, gives me some serious issues. So let's watch around real quick. So let me just go fight him again. He's quit and I removed him from my friend list because I'm an idiot, so it makes it a little harder to find him. So just give me 1 second. There he is. Okay. So let's go fight him. Okay. So you get a little dodge out of Kratos. I have some dodge stat on him, so it's going to be hard to hit him until he stacks up that accuracy buff. But as you can see, he's got quite a bit of accuracy buffs. He's also got, let's see, a decent amount of tenacity on these guys for sure. Kratos is going to take at least not Kratos. Dreyfus is going to take the first duel. Sometimes he takes the first, sometimes he takes the second. It depends on how his attack is stacked up. But that frees up Wasili sometimes to go ape for a little bit. It didn't in this case because he's running tenacity on Vider. That's fantastic. It means that no matter what tricksy tricks I try to pull, I can't do them. And that's a fantastic counter against my formation. It's not going to work against every formation, but it works against mine. So I have Dreyfus healing. I have a lot of healing coming out. Wasili's not getting a lot of his self heals. Kratos is taking out my prayers. And I'm doing the same with him with Kratos. So we're doing great. But as you can see at his HP bars and my HP bars, I'm sustaining through his AoE a lot better than he's sustaining through mine. Now, that could be because he's not really running an Abyss. Dreyfus is actually an incredibly good healer. But let's see if some of these marks pop. I'm popping some marks on him. Yeah, so he's popping marks. So you see that he died and he popped all those marks and he popped some other marks earlier. They're not doing a lot to me. That's because I'm not running a lot of attack. I'm running a lot of other substats. I actually don't care about attack as much, mostly because I'm not running assassins. I'm not running heroes that scale very well with attack, and the heroes that do scale really well with attack, so Dreyfus and Wasili, both of them have attack buffs that go up for some reason. Oh, okay. Here's the 6 limbo Raphael thing I was talking about. Not having exhaust here is rough. If I had Kratos' sub, maybe you don't have to run exhaust, but Raphael still to this day with the limbo nerfs can just sit there and tank your whole team. So you see I put exhaust on him, and now I have an ability to kill him. If I didn't have exhaust, I don't think I could kill him. It's just how this goes. So if we look at the results, yeah, he's putting out some really good damage against me. I'm sustaining through it, and I'm putting out a bit more damage. Vider's doing work, of course. But this guy, when he quit, is at 19 million power. I'm at over 23, and he's giving me that hard of a time. When we were both at about 19 million, it was absolutely neck and neck. This is what counter building does. As you get higher and higher in power, and people don't realize this, power differences of a couple million, 5 million, whatever, that's not that much, guys. At lower levels, that's a lot. But if you think about it, a difference of 1 power, 3 power to make the math easier, a difference of 3 power at 30 million is 10%. That's a 10% difference. That's nothing. Don't get bent out of shape about power differences. It's a big deal. At lower levels, it becomes less and less and less and less of a deal as you go up. The whole name of the game is counter building. Whether it's by heroes, which for free to play, and even for low spenders, that's really, really hard. But you can do a lot with hails, you can do a lot with gear, you can do a lot with skill selection. Look at your formation, think about what you want to run, think about how to counter the people around you. And when you make hero pickup decisions, keep that in mind. If you've already got a bunch of DPS, like I have Wasili, I have Dreyfus, I have Vider, I have Kratos, I have Pole at A2, I have Azao at A3, I have Harp at A1, and I could easily get him up to A2, A3. I have enough DPS. What I need are more support options. Maybe a better tank than Kratos. Maybe a something else that I can put in than Raphael or Samuel. I have DPS coming out my ass. I don't need it anymore. And when I look at the people around me and I look at other whales and I see this and I see that, I don't have a good counter against a mist critting me for 2 million in the face. I don't have a good counter for Beeman. I know what I need. ZHNG knew what he needed. He needed more damage that I could not deal with. So he threw in Harp. Dots go through damage immunity. I love damage immunity. This is one of his big counters. He runs Pole because I don't have big assassins. So he can run Pole easy peasy, and Pole can just sit there plunking away at me, providing more dots for Harp to take advantage of. Kratos is in there because Kratos has his tenacity dodge down. He's using him to block me from tanking very well. And Kratos does a lot of AoE damage and puts out deep wounds. I'm mostly a healing sustained formation. That's a direct counter. Let's see. Samuel he has to run. Raphael he has to run. Vider's set up to directly counter my Wasili. This is fantastic. This is a good build. There are things he could have done better. He could run more deep wounds. He could run. I'm not going to say Wasili because I'm running Vider, but he could run maybe Numeria because he's already got Harp, he's already got Pole, so he could run Nim, and Nim could absolutely screw me up. He could run. He's already running him deep wounds. He could run someone Mag. So maybe instead of Ice Lotus on Kratos, because he's already got the dodge down, he's already got the tenacity down, he could run Mag on Kratos and just give me more deep wounds. There's a lot of things that he could do. And I think that's about it. So counter building is the name of the game. Heroes, hails, gear. This is a good example. Even though he's at 19 million, I'm at 23 million, he still gives me a run for his money, and every once in a while I'll scrim against him and I'll lose, which is kind of insane. But that's how this goes. Anyways, I will talk to you later. I will find another good fight to commentate. But have fun, pay attention on what you're doing, and stop just picking whatever everyone claims the OP flavor of the month hero is. You are screwing yourselves over in the long run. Anyways, have a fantastic day. Goodbye.